Hey again, it's the lunatic from the woods here, out here in the middle of the trees. Freezing cold day. Good morning. Hope you guys are enjoying that day. What I wanted to kind of hit on a little bit is like semen retention and just like stop demasculating yourself. I kind of saw it. I've just been kind of thinking about it. Just the whole evolution of this thing, where guys are going and everything. Like my parents, like my dad and adults, that I knew, like they were hard people. Like they were tough people. And it's just like, why is that? I mean, it was the way society was. Like that's what I kind of feel like. I mean, women covered themselves up. There wasn't really all this like, playing with yourself and everything. And when I was younger, I gradually kind of got into more of that. So I feel like, we weren't as tough as the generation before. But still, I mean, when I was growing up, there was no internet and everything. Things did become a little bit more sexualized and stuff like that. Like it wasn't like there wasn't someone going around measuring your skirt or something when you were on the beach. And then like where we're at today, one of my buddies was talking about that. He's like, man, guys are soft now. These kids are soft, man. And I was just like, yeah, it's really not what it was before. And I think it's just because, everybody got so, everything just got so sexualized. And I mean, everyone's walking around with iPhones now. I mean, you have just complete access to whatever the hell you want. And there's really no reason to even, like, the guys they're too relaxed. They're like, there's no, I mean, and it's just, they become very, very feminine, like almost like women. And then you have like the women coming in, the women act like more like men than the guys do. And it's just like, this isn't the way that like we are supposed to be. Like you have to try to desexualize yourself. What I mean is like even if you're not listening, even if you're not searching for dirty movies and stuff like that, if you get on the internet, if you get on anything, there's gonna be some kind of over-sexualized thing that you're seeing. It could be like volleyball or something, girls playing volleyball on the beach or something, or like, just people walking around the beach. Like stuff like that started popping up on my phone, and I'm like, oh, this is nice and relaxing. It's just like people walking on the beach. And then that night I start having this dream about these women in like these little tiny bikinis, like walking around on the beach, and we're at like a water park. And I'm like, wait a minute, like, where is this coming from? It was coming from what I was watching. And it's like all that stuff comes in it all goes in your subconscious. And I mean, if you guys aren't really aware, like I'm more talking to the guys this time. I don't know if this really has much to do with women. I mean, sexual energy and everything. Like, you guys should definitely, men and women, they should definitely not be promiscuous and everything. But I think this time it's more geared towards the younger men. I just know, like, it's a huge trap. It's so easy to fall into now. Like, everything's so over sexualized. You guys have the access to anything you want just right on your phone. You really, like, as time progressed, I became more and more aware of all this stuff. So that's why, like, I'm at the point where, like, if it starts to creep in, I could automatically shut it down. Like, I shut that shit down. Like, I don't let it be like, ooh, you know, I'm getting a little bit of dopamine. You know, let me watch this. Let me watch that. And then, you know, it just, that's kind of like where I was going with, like, the devil, like, seeping in and just wreaking havoc on your life. But I mean, this definitely is. I feel like it's true. I feel like it's just kind of like stealing masculinity, and like the women are kind of stepping in and trying to take over. So they're like the new men. It's just a weird place in society. I'm kind of glad that I'm the age that I am. I wouldn't want to be in the spot and just being like not that aware to what is actually happening. Because there's, I mean, younger men, I don't know the awareness levels and everything, but I know, like, when I was a younger man, like, I wasn't that aware. Like, I would just let that shit take over. Like, I didn't start to become aware until I got older. And there's people, it doesn't really have anything to do with age. I actually saw this young kid. Was talking to this young kid. I think he was like 21, and he was like, man, he was like, you could tell, you could see it in his eyes. He was like an old soul. Like, he's been around for a while. I mean, some of the stuff he was saying, and you could tell it wasn't like just something that was indoctrinated into him, or like he really believed it, and he was really aware. And then there's people like 60, 70 years old where, like, you know, you're like, they don't get it. They don't get it. Like, they can't see it. They're blind to it. And they're old. They're a lot older than I am. You know, me being close around 50, these people are 60, 70 years old. And they're still, you know, the old men going into the porn shops and stuff, or corn shops, because you can't, corn with a K. Yeah, so this is the lunatic from the woods here. Yeah, it's just try to be more aware of what you're doing. It's just misery. It's not, you're not going to go anywhere good. You're not going to, at the end of the day, you're not going to feel good. It's going to cause depression. It's going to cause all kinds of psychological issues and everything. And you're not really going to be aware. Yeah, so this is the lunatic from the woods, a little blurb on that. Little rant on, you know, desexualizing things, you know, trying to make your life a little bit easier, trying to regain some of that masculine energy. You know, it's energy. It's the way you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be draining yourself all the time. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll leave a cool link to a cool journal. You guys have a blessed day. Subscribe to that channel, like that channel. Tell me what you think. If you don't like what I'm saying, please share your comments. If you love what I'm saying, share your comments. Yeah, I'll put a semen retention journal on there. Maybe that could probably help you out. That could kind of break it up if you see yourself spiraling down to a bad place. You guys have a blessed day.